Hey guys, you know what did I just bring up here? I don't. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to chat for a moment and let you guys know that I do have. I'm going to be soon putting a lot of my videos on private, on all my channels because I'm trying to. I don't know. My brother got me started on this. Well, anyway, I had a rather bizarre meeting with my attorney. And even though I can't walk or stand on, I can, but, not normally. Um, when I say I can, what do I mean? Like, it's very painful. Like, yes, I can do it, but, I've got a discrepancy from where I was hit and thrown or run over or whatever happened. Only that which that did it to me knows, right? So I will be, and this is only going to be up for a limited time. Um, anyway, I did find it. I've been turned away by doctors all over the country. Finally, have an appointment um, in New York City. On the, it'll be real easy for you to figure out with just me telling you that because, um, well, I just hope you can help me. Because I do a lot more than any patient that would have survived something like this, which I'm surprised I did. I'm going to be bluntly honest with you. I'm surprised I just didn't. I don't know. I survived. My life survived, and I survived. The person who I am, I've just become like cynical as fuck after spending that 4 months in the hospital hell. Well, they moved me from one place to another. It was just so. Uh-oh. Anyway, hopefully he can help me or refer me to someone who can. It's a very bloody operation, as in there is a lot of blood, and well, I want pure blood, if you know what I mean. I requested that when I was admitted or right before my surgery because they said we may have to, we need you to sign a form. We're going to probably be putting blood into you. And I went, oh no. I mean, every nightmare I was having or like that you could have in the back of your mind was coming true. I think this is after the internal bleeding stopped on its own. And so it was a few days of like, they refused to give me water for 5 days. And it was, I just, I can only tell you that between that and part of my iliac crest hanging out into my hip area, it was, and then when they were moving me constantly for x-rays, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh no, you can't move me again. You just, no, you can't. We have to. And then I'd just be screaming the whole time. That's how bad it was. So it's been hell. But here we have another copycat called the Mad Duchess, copyright, with her British flag, US flag, 3 tomatoes, and a Ukraine flag. Still trying to hone in and make fun of Meghan Markle. I don't know if this person is from Ukraine. I don't know if this person is from the US. I don't know if they're from Great Britain, but they are, and I quote, they're in their bio. They are, oh, I would love to email this idiot. A gastric sleeve patient. What the fuck is a gastric sleeve? Of course, I'm just trolling now because my posts are marked as spam. Okay. So let's look it up. What a dumbass. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really feel sorry for anyone anymore. Just fuck it. I don't even care. A sleeve gastrectomy or vertical sleeve? Ugh. Is a surgical weight loss procedure. Oh my God. So person has, oh my God, 75 to 85% of the stomach is removed? Oh, come on. Did you ever hear of diet and exercise? Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Um, oh, I am very, very, I just, there's only a 59, well, okay, to 30% reduction. That number is, so you're going from 60 to 30%. So it almost, the unsuccess is doubled, or you know what I'm saying? 30% is pretty much 50% of 59%. So you have a 50-50 chance of the fucking thing having 100% success. But don't worry, that fatso can live, can life can be possibly have less mortality rate. Well, we don't need fat people around. I don't even want to. I I do the 16-hour fast like RFK Jr. does, where you have your last meal a day and then you do not consume any food for 16 hours. And that's what I do. And I take supplements. I drink coffee or, well, I drink fluids, but I don't eat food, except for perhaps a piece of fruit um, that I put in a smoothie that I make out of organic orange juice and organic cranberry extract concentrate. It's that easy. It's that easy. Now, also, Mad Duchess, if I can get on my Schwinn Airdyne for 30 minutes or my Schwinn recumbent on high tension for 30 minutes, surely you can too. Wow. Holy crap, which I am doing. I do upper and lower body on the Airdyne and combo, and I do just muscle strengthening on the recumbent. Yeah. Um, just a sad situation that somebody would get to that point where they would qualify for surgery like that. Whew. So anyway, this person seems to they're still talking about Meghan Markle and her interview. I could do another body language thing on that, a revised one. Something in her changed because she came in wanting to project a certain image. Okay, she wanted to cover up her past, and she wanted to cover up the fact that she was never baptized into a Christian faith, that she had a Jewish wedding as her first wedding. Yes, there's the challah or whatever they call it. I don't care about that if that's what she wanted to do, but she did. Of course, you only see her up in the air or attractive photos of her, because none of the unattractive pics of her would ever be released. Let's see what else. So she wanted to project this image of basically Kate Middleton, but a woman of color, even though she looks It looks to me like I remember the time of this. They darkened her skin. Her skin looked almost as white as his, if not paler, if I recall, on the original interview. So, um, I mean, no, she definitely has her skin darkened there. Let's do a search. Let's see, what do we want to use? Um, and now it's going to go into, I mean, it's going to go into overdrive with these pictures. And they've all been photoshopped and crap. And there's a Wikipedia page on it, which is bullshit. I want something from 2018. Let's see. Let's see if we can find something. Um, is this behind a paywall? It's their royal wedding because there's never been one before. All right, look at her neck, people. Oops. Ah, she has, it looks to me like you can see the foundation line from her neck to her face. But her neck is about the same color as Harry's, although this easily can be tampered with too. Well, you know she photoshopped it if it's coming from CBS News. What a sloppy. She couldn't even find a hair. I want you to think about this. The day I got married, I drove to a beauty salon, and I had an updo. Um, I took my shower and all that shit, and then I was gonna I don't know. I think I did my makeup, and then I touched everything up and put my dress on. But I made a trip to the beauty salon with my veil to have my veil put on my head and my hair styled based on what that veil was. And I had quite a big updo, and it looked something like, it was very trendy at the time. It looked something like when Ross married the British chick. I forgot her name. On Friends. Um, Excuse me, she had an updo. That's pretty much the same thing, but she obviously was wearing a hairpiece because she did not have that much hair going into that time frame. Can you guys remember her name? Uh, Ross's second marriage. You see this? Okay, so um, second marriage on Friends. Haha. Oh, I can't even spell right, can I? Okay. Oh, oh no. Let's close this down. Ah, I opened up a third desktop. I was just like crazy. Um, ah, ah, oh my God. Okay. Ah, I just want the name of I have to go to the site though, right? Um, oh no. Emily. Okay, whatever. Let's see if we can find what that looks like, huh? Yeah, she did too much plastic surgery. Um, oh, I like the like the last three seasons are absolutely hilarious. Let's go back to this. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Um, So you have that. People are still milking this thing down, but it is funny. It does offer comic relief. Um, so whatever. Hopefully you're finding this. Oh, what I was going to say is, who the fuck spends how much money on this wedding? A couple $100,000 on a wedding, but doesn't bother to get her hair done. Plus, you can see bald spots if we were to bring that up. Look at that. You see that? I, she couldn't. What? Why? You know, and I will admit, I did kind of change um, the part apart in my bangs. I didn't like the way she did it. It was way too. I just wanted it to be a little more like not fringy but natural, and she had curled it, and I never would have that, and you know I couldn't take it off, or the whole style would be ruined. So, um, but it was I got multiple compliments on that, up to very trendy for the time. Um, and it was fun doing it, you know. But this is what I'm saying. But here you are, you're marrying fucking Princess Diana's daughter. You're wearing, and the Queen of England is going to be there with her son, right? Who's going to be the next King of England, who's the father of this little stupid creep. Oh my God, do I have a phone call? I don't know. You know, for an apartment, this is like 1,100 square feet, which is big for an apartment. Not if it's 90 degrees outside, though. So, I just don't want to dump a lot of shit on my brother to help me. I normally can do this stuff myself, but I want to put my second AC in, which I normally move around like boom, like 1, 2, 3, up, in, and you know I do all that crap on my own. And yeah, my mother had him running errands for him day and night. My mom always had to have an errand boy. Yeah. Or a girl, whoever would do it. I said, look, I can't, I said, I have already spent years on the health and welfare of this family and you. I said, I just need some downtime, you know, and that's when I went camping and stuff. Oh boy. Yeah. So I hate to ask my brother, like, can you come and help me, like, lift something? I can lift it. I still do 15-pound weights, but I have to sit down when I'm doing them. Well, I suppose I could try standing, but that's fine. Yet it's still, I still had, you know, had such a deconditioning for so many years that for some reason it's just not enough. But it's you know hard to it's hotter than fucking here. So I forgot what I was gonna say. I've got a fan going. If you're hearing that. Um. So yeah, I mean, I do believe that this was probably that she had these photos retouched. I didn't think any of. I mean, Harry's hands. Wait a minute. Why does this hand look white and this hand look like it's got tanner on it? You know, you just see. You know what this tells me? This whole thing with MARKLE is a psyop. If you think she didn't have this girl, definitely rubbed noses with MI6 down in that embassy, wherever the fuck she was. Was it Argentina, Ecuador? I don't know. Ecuador, excuse me. Ecuador. Oh, this just screams psyop. One hand white, the other black. Oh my God. It's like oh, she screams psyop. Anyway, I think that she came in and wanted to be the next Princess Diana, but that role was not for her. She flirted with everything that came in sight, including Prince William. And she came out. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. My brother's second wife flirted with my boyfriend at the time, and well, this is before actually they got married, and I was pissed. I was like, I don't fucking think so, chick. And since she looked like a Playboy pinup, of course he was falling for it. Uh, yeah, I'm like, girl, get away. But she was bisexual, so God knows what had she had going on in her head. Of course, we didn't know that at the time. I think my brother did. So many stories to tell. So many stories to tell. Which is why I am going to have to put this on private soon. But I'm sorry if I offended anybody about being. I mean, yeah, I don't really have. I don't know. I I'm not going to fat shame, especially when I look like a dork right now. And I have to go to New York City looking like a dork. I mean, because I have a discrepancy in my hip area, and as it is, because I showed my attorney my size 0 limited pants that before the limited was closed. I just was grabbing stuff. I thought maybe I can still make these work, but I can't get them. I mean, I have so much swelling in my pelvic area that last summer I had to take a scissors and cut my, size 2 jeans up. Um, but I remember I wore those pants when I was after Markle's wedding in 2018. I remember exactly because the hem is dirty, and I just noticed that when I was going through some stuff, and I went, oh. And then I looked at the tag, and it's limited size 0. But I did wear those. Um, yeah, that winter for a specific event, and I was wearing all my suits. Pardon the pun, uh, because I had a bunch of people in my family pass away in a row, literally. Um, that was bad. It was, yeah, okay. Yeah, she screams black chick. But this has been retouched too, you know. Uh, yeah, whatever on the dress. Um, I here's this thing. Oh, here's the mom. Can we just be serious for a moment? Mother, who just looked like stupid shit. And you know what? I believe that Doria, both internally and externally, is a nasty ass person. I mean, now right here, she has about the same skin tone of these poor individuals that had to do whatever, guard the door, wait on her hand and foot. But yeah, I mean, you could tell just by that whole day that she was like such a big narcissist. It wasn't even funny, and it was just her body language was off. Harry looks generally happy here, but I'll tell you why. Is because he had a day of attention focused on him because he is a man child. He's not a man. He's just a very confused individual that is playing a role. They just wanted to get him out of the royal family over there. Like, he's just not. He's a dim bulb. He's a bad seed. I told you guys that. From the time he was born, I thought that. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Hope you weren't offended by this.